Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wreath Making Wednesday. This is Joan from the Wreath Creator. We're going to be working on a lantern topper today. We've been working on our Welcome Lemon Wreath, Summer Wreath, and I thought I would finish up using some ribbons and some of our deco mesh that we have left over and work on a lantern topper. This is something my daughter had given me, and I use it all the time on the front porch. I usually make a bow or some type of topper for it to match my front door wreath and put a pot of flowers out there, and it always looks so nice. So let me see if people are coming in. Excuse me for a moment. Yep, I see on there. Is anybody coming in for comments? Well, when you do come in, let me know where you're from. If you're going to be watching the replay, then just put hashtag replay in there, and then it lets me know that you've been watching. Okay, so we're going to use what we have left of our deco mesh. And if you don't have any deco mesh left over, then just use something that's going to go with your wreath, whether you worked on a July 4th wreath, you're already working on your fall wreath. Just use up what you have in your wreath stash, and we'll try to get that wreath stash down a little bit. That's one thing we're doing with Wreath Making Wednesdays. We're trying to pull supplies from our wreath stash and using them up. So let's see. And first we're going to start with our deco mesh. And this is what I have left over from the wreath. So I am going to use it up. It's just a small piece. Push this over. And let me bring it down a little bit. And it's a piece that is just left over. It's only about 30 inches, but we're going to be using that anyway. You don't have to be too careful with this deco mesh. And all I'm going to be doing is just, I want a little bit of a base for my bow on this lantern topper. So I'm just going to start at the bottom, just clip it here, bring it around, and roll this up about 4 or 5 times. And I really want a nice big ruffle. I want kind of a nice base. Actually, let me do that again if I can get a better ruffle in there. We're at the end of the roll, so it's really curling. And that's not too bad. I'm just going to take a twist tie. And you can take a chenille stem, pipe cleaner, some wire, and just going to put that wire in there. Just going to twist that around a little bit. And I just want a little bit of color under my bow, or a little bit of a base. And I am just going to put this on here and twist it on. See if I can do that a little bit tighter. And so that's all it looks like with right now. I just want a little bit of a base back there. Hey, people are starting to jump on. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Marie. Hi, Lillian. Hi, Bobby. Hi, everyone. Let me know where you're from. We're working on our lantern top just to go along with the wreath that we've been working on all last month. I want to get that up on my front door, and I'm trying to get a lantern topper. I usually put this out there with my wreath on the front door, and also a pot of plants on my front door. You can also use this if you have a street mailbox. I have a mailbox post out there, and I can also usually make a bow or something like this to put on my mailbox also. So wherever you'd like to put it. So today we're working on this, and we're using up whatever we have left of the deco mesh that we used on our wreath. I only have a little piece left here. I have a little piece left for something if I want to use it. And the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to make a bow. I'm just using up the rest of my supplies. I know I'm still going to have some ribbon left from this project, and I can also make use it on a wreath, on a grapevine wreath. So I'll still have some ribbon left over for that. So I'm trying to make a bow topper, a lantern topper to complement our wreath that we worked on. So just remember, we're grabbing things from our wreath supplies because we want to use that up. Because you know what we're going to do. We're going to go out and buy more ribbon. Okay, so let's get back to our bow making. And on our bow for our wreath, we went with 3 bow loops, but this I want to be a little bit bigger because it's going on this lantern. So we're going to be working with our 2.5-inch wired ribbon, and I'm making a 8-inch ribbon tail. I'm going to put this in there, and I'm just going to twist it. And I'm going to bring it right down to the bottom there. And I am making a 6-inch bow loop. I'm bringing it down. I'm twisting it. And as you know, we're twisting it because we want the right side to show up. Measure out that 6-inch loop. Another twist. I'm going with 4 bow loops. I want this to be a little bit fuller than my wreath bow. And I'm making it another 6-inch bow loop. I'm pressing that down, and then I'm bringing that right side up, measuring out 6 inches. I am not twisting this last bow loop ribbon tail. I want the right side showing up. I'm going out to my 8 inches, and I'm going to cut that. I'm going to press that down. I'm going to bring a tail to the top, a tail to the bottom, and also I'm doing the same with my loops. One to the top, one to the bottom. It almost looks like a big crisscross. That's what it looks like. A lot of polka dots there. Let me pull this ribbon tail up. So I'm going to go to my next ribbon I use, which is our lemon ribbon. Anybody have any questions? Hi, Debbie. Just popped in. Let me see. Says, hi, just popped in. Love those wreaths behind you. Been so busy with real flowers, I haven't been watching. That's fine. You're here now, so hopefully you have some time to watch us make our lantern topper. So we're bringing out 8-inch tail again. We're going to press that down. We're twisting it. I'm going to bring it in probably only about 1/2 inch to 5.5 inches. And I am going to do 3 loops on this. 5.5 inches. I'm pressing that down. I'm twisting it. I'm bringing everything down, kind of crunching it in the middle. I want another 5.5 inch bow loop. And this is my 3rd loop. I have my ribbon tail right side up, and I'm cutting it at 8 inches. And if you see, I still have enough ribbon left to use it on a grapevine wreath. Let's see, the next color we used actually was the yellow. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're going to bring our tail up to the top and our tail to the bottom. I'm sorry. I'm just going to spread out those 2 loops on one side, and I'm leaving the 1 loop in the middle. And this is what it looks like so far. It's getting a little bulky, but it's wired ribbon, so it pretty much stays in place. The next ribbon I'm going to use is going to be my yellow. And whatever you're using, just do that. I'm going to do a 7-inch. Actually, I'm going to start on the other side because my ribbon tails from the last ribbon are on this side. So I'm going to put my ribbon tails on this side. So I'm going to go down to a 6-inch ribbon tail. And I'm going to go down to a 5-inch loop. I'm doing 3 bow loops on this also. It's going to be a nice full bow. I'm going down to 5 inches. I'm twisting. I have 2 bow loops on this side, 1 on this side. And I'm going out to my 7-inch measurement for my tail. And 1 loop to the top, 1 loop to the bottom. The same thing with your ribbon tails. And I want this 1 loop to stay right in the middle. Let me show it to you. So for our last ribbon, I'm bringing in the green. And I'm just going to do 2 loops. Our ribbon tail started on this side with that last ribbon. We're going to jump with our ribbon tail over to the other side. I am going to do a 7-inch ribbon tail. I can always cut it shorter later. I'm going to just twist this. Not this one, it doesn't matter what side it is, but just remember to twist your ribbon so the right side is showing. And I'm jumping down to probably a 4-inch loop. I want them to step up as we get to the top. So I'm making them shorter bow loops. I'm going to twist that in the middle. We want that 4-inch loop on the other side. We're not twisting it this time because we have our 2 loops and our 2 tails, and we're going out to 7 inches. Again, I want a ribbon tail to the top, ribbon tail to the bottom, and we just have a loop on each side, so we're leaving it right in the middle. So again, you can use a pipe cleaner, a chenille stem. You can use a zip tie if you would like. I'm using my florist wire. It's not as bulky. And I'm just going to grab this on two sides, and I'm really scrunching it down. I'm pulling it up to the top. I'm grasping it, and I'm just bringing my wire around to the back, trying to make that wire even. Let's see, do we have any questions? I have a lot of people watching, but nobody talking today. Nobody wants to say hello or where they're from. I hope the weather is good where you are. I know possibly some parts of the country are having bad weather. Just stay safe. And I'm just going to twist that one time, and I'm going to twist my bow. And right here, you can pull your loops out. You can pull your tails out. I like to usually lay it down on the table so I can take a good look at it. And this way I can really separate these colors. Bring some greens in here, the blacks, so that it'll show. Bring our yellows out. And while I'm here, I'm going to just dovetail the tails. We're just folding them wire to wire and cutting out to the corner from the folds. Any questions? Yes, Chris. I started out with, I wanted to use up what I had left of my deco mesh from the wreath we've been working on. This is going to be a lantern topper to match our wreath. So I just want to use up the rest of the deco mesh, that I use up what I have. So all I did was make a curl, I should say a ruffle, woodland ruffle, with what I had left over. And I'm just using that as a base for the lantern. And oh, hi, Debbie. It's finally warm where you are, huh? Yes, finally here in Massachusetts also. I've been waiting. We've had a lot of rain. Good weather, but I mean, not, serious weather, but a lot of rain. Does anybody put something on their mailbox? Do you put a bow or any kind of decoration on your mailbox? If it's down by the street, a mailbox topper or a bow. This is for my front porch. All right, so now I'm just going to fluff these up. Fluff up my bow loops. Bring some yellow in here. Let me bring it down a little bit more. And this is what our bow looks like. If you make your bows by hand, that's fine too. And if you're watching this on the replay, if you have any questions, just put them down there and I'll go back in and answer them. This was going to be just a quick little wreath making Wednesday, just to finish off this little lantern topper. All right, let's bring the lantern back in here. And I'm going to be just putting this right on top. On my other wire. I'm just going to twist that on. Try to bring some of that deco mesh out a little bit. And I'm going to fluff up that bow. Oh, thanks, Chris. You love the wreath? Thank you for jumping in and being with us this morning. And Debbie. Let's see. She is out in her garden. Good for you. So let's see. Can you get a better look at this? I don't know how to take a better look at this. You can put this kind of on the corner if you want. My deco mesh is kind of popping out a little bit here. I have steps going up to my front door, so this will show nicely from the porch floor. This is what it looks like. And here's your deco mesh. You can see your deco mesh popping out here. And if you wanted to put in some flowers, let's go back to my wreath. Whatever you put in your wreath, you can put on this lantern. Sorry. And I have not added any leaves onto my wreath yet. I do have a few holes in this wreath where I'm going to be adding some leaves in. Let's see. I can bring you in a little bit closer. I see there's a hole here. Right here, there's a hole. So I'm going to be adding some leaves in here. If you notice, the leaves I have here match the shape of the leaves in my ribbon. See the shape of these leaves? I found this in my wreath stash. They're the same shape, and this is also variegated. So I'm going to be using some of these, this foliage, this greenery, back on my wreath. I just haven't finished it yet. And I'm going to be putting it here in a few places. So I have a couple of holes that I can see that I can bring some leaves in, and it'll bring some more green to this yellow and wreath. And I'm going to do the same thing with my, whatever you have left over in your wreath stash. If you see something, even if you were lucky enough to have some lemons in your wreath stash. I didn't have any, but I did have some of this greenery, and it matched really well. So that's what I'm going to be putting in there. I'm going to be adding some of the, I'm going to be gluing these in and adding some greenery to it. So whatever you have, I'm going to hot glue that in there. And let's see if I can get a little bit better look at that. There you go. So you can see the leaves coming out on both sides. I have quite a bit here. I have quite a bit of foliage here. So I'm going to be using it in the wreath, and I'll be incorporating it into this bow. So does anybody have any questions? Let's see. Do we have any questions? Debbie says she loves the sign. She's getting ready to order a couple. I'll look for, she's going to look for those. And that's about all I have for questions. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching today. This was going to be just a quick Wreath Making Wednesday because I wanted to show you how I was going to finish off my front porch. Also, if I make one of these wreaths and I sell the wreath, then I will put this in the box for either their mailbox or for their lantern. So don't forget to stop by again next week. We're going to be looking into working on, I'm not sure what I'm going to pull from my wreath stash, but let's get together next week and same time, same channel. You can see this on YouTube or Facebook, and we will just pull some supplies and make something new. All right, so thanks for stopping by today. I appreciate that you're stopping in and saying hello and your comments. Again, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I will answer them for you. So have a great week. Bye.